Yeah. Yeah. Hello, everybody. What do you think, Mike?
About what? Why is the TV on?
I got that music for you, bro.
No, the TV's on.
There, it's muted.
Fucking me all up, bro. You concentrate.
I didn't hear anything. Put your
Nah,
things on.
I don't need the cans.
Yeah, you
I
do.
go can free.
Then you're not hearing the whole show.
I hear every fucking thing. I
No,
hear
it's
the
not
fans
as
in here. I
powerful.
hear your voice.
It's not as powerful.
You sound like a duck.
Not as powerful.
You sound like a duck when you talk.
No. Not at all, bro. Han shot first. Hey, you know what I just learned?
What, Hun's not human?
No, that with the new release of Star Wars, they redid it so that... Why does it sound so...
With Big
There you
Ben?
go. They redid
Big
it
Ben's going to be in it.
so that... Whatchamacallit? That Han and Greedo shot at the same time.
Shot who?
Because you know the whole thing, the whole topic of conversation about who shot first, Han or Greedo, because the original was Han shooting first. Okay, and then of course, when the new editions came out, they started adding in a little bit of a back and forth, then Han moving his head and all that shit. But so all the purists say Han shot first, but now it seems like George Lucas has actually clarified that. Said no, he's always intended
What if George Lucas shot first?
for the other way around. I don't know. George Lucas shot many times.
Yeah,
He
he's a
shot
filmmaker.
ropes.
Shit.
He's a
Good
filmmaker.
shit. Good shit.
You should play that video.
Hold on,
Frank, with Big Ben.
Hold on. I'm typing it into YouTube. I put MacGruber, I'm gonna shoot, and it already pops up. Hold on here.
Fancy. Fancy.
Wait, no, so
What are you
they
watching
turned
News
it
Channel 12 for?
Shit. Hold on.
Can I ask you that?
What's that?
Why are you watching local news?
Oh, I don't know. I wanted to see if this is from New Jersey. I wanted to see what's going on with the
New Jersey.
Looks like
Trump's in
Clinton
Briarcliff. You know that,
camp or
right?
Something.
Briarcliff, New York.
Yeah, Trump's in Briarcliff. He's at the Billionaires Club having like some kind of
Billionaires Club.
speech thing going on over there.
So he's back in New York.
Yeah, he's in Briarcliff.
Really? Actually, let me go to
Billionaires Club. With Bill Bellamy.
California scheming. Sanders supporters seething. That's one of the headlines on the Drudge Report. Results tonight. Let's see. I don't know if it's coming in yet.
Let me change this to the fucking thing.
Yeah, change back. But it's gonna be fun. Everybody, it's gonna be really fun time.
There's Bernard Sanders.
Bernald, there he is. He was eating a jar of pickles,
Probably.
and he was having tuna fish.
Is this meal of choice before he dies?
Pickles and tuna fish. He seems like the guy that would have something like that.
It's because he's going to jail.
Pickle
I just
salesman.
just want pickles and the tuna fish. And I hate when he
Pickles,
I hate
tuna
when he
fish,
talks because
latkes.
sometimes he talks very jowly in a way. And
Brooklyn.
he gets a little lazy with words like people.
He's from Brooklyn, right?
He says people. And if people want people.
He's from Greenwich or
You know how
Brooklyn.
he does that? You know what I mean? You hear it?
I think so.
Like the little people. When he go
Bubbly.
check out anything where he goes and people. When he says the word people, listen to his
People.
Listen to the little flap, the little cheek flap that happens when he says it. Fucking
That's
Bernie
because his name
Sanders.
is Bernie Sanders.
Because he's a fucking psychopath.
It's people. I saw some people talking about it on Twitter and shit. Like, what will Sanders do? And I just retweeted one of them. I said he's just he's gonna have his Senate seat for 2 more years, and then he
Yeah,
should
but he's
start
out
a
of the race
podcast.
anyway, right?
What was that?
He's done with the running, right?
Well, he was elected into the he was elected to the Senate
Is that what it?
in 2006, and in 2000 and
He's
you know,
going back to
Senate,
Saudi.
but Senate seats are held for 6 years. So I'd have to imagine that if he's still a senator today, then that means that he not only won 2006, but he won 2012.
That sounds funny, Senator Sanders.
Yeah.
Dick
SS.
face.
SS. Senator Sanders. Might have a note on your car.
Oh. Is that what that meant?
Probably.
Senator Sanders? Is that what it could have been?
For what?
For all
I'd say
all the times that those notes were left in my car, Matt? With the mysterious handwriting?
Shit, that might be. I don't know. That might be a new lead in the case.
Frank, why is your camera off?
What?
Why is your camera off?
It shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be.
It's the MacGruber love scene, but it's terrible quality.
So somebody took it off the TV.
It does sound like, yeah.
The shit, the fucking shit.
Hold on. Shit. Can't hear anything.
It's a horrible call.
Hold on. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You can't hear anything. This is the funniest shit ever. Oh, God.
Find a better quality.
Let the throat ripping begin. Everybody else has seen MacGruber, right?
I have.
And Matt, of course, you have.
Yep.
Oh, good thing. Good thing. Okay, back to Kenobi. We got to chill out again. It was way too empty with just no music. So what else, Mike?
What else? I don't know what the fuck I'm doing this weekend.
Can get everybody in the chat room. We have to get everybody in the chat room involved and get them on the phone, too. Guys, the Skype is on. You got to call in. I'm making it mandatory.
Yeah, you gotta call in. You know why? Got some questions to ask these people.
Oh, that's the other thing. Here, call in like this. Call in with something like this. Call in with a hypothetical dilemma. Please, call in with a hypothetical dilemma.
Who's the chick that called your show that one time?
Who?
The good-looking chick.
We've always
She?
had good-looking chicks call the show.
She had the dark hair. Rumble and War. Is that a girl? Is
Yeah,
that her? Yeah.
but they all have dark hair.
What?
They all have dark hair. I don't think we've ever had I don't think we ever had a blonde call in ever.
Let's joke in my mouth.
That's how diverse we are.
Why? Because we have aliens calling?
What's that?
Because we have aliens calling?
Aliens?
We should have an alien calling.
No, call in with an alien scenario or something like that. I'm trying to get the second
Give
one
us
of me.
something.
Mandatory call-ins, everybody.
R.I.P. to Kimbo Slice. So first Muhammad Ali, then Kimbo Slice. Who's next?
Who would have
Tyson?
won
Hold
that
on,
fight?
Trying
Who
to
would have won? Muhammad Ali versus Kimbo Slice in the prime
Who would win?
in a boxing match. Yeah.
Hold on.
Boxing.
I had
I'd say Tyson.
Not Tyson would beat everybody.
You should turn on the.
With his
Should put on the Kimbo
the street fights.
street fights.
Those are the ones. See, I was talking about that today with my
The original
client.
With the one where he knocked someone's dreadlock off. You seen that one? Yeah, dude. He punched this dude. His fucking dreadlock was on the ground with like
shit.
blood all around it. He punched another dude, and his eye straight was fucking.
Knocked. Hold on. Let me see here. Kimbo Slice
good luck right up your face.
street fights. Knocks eye out. You really want to watch that one?
Knocks an eye out? Oh, that sounds interesting. Play it.
Hold
Do
on.
it. Play it.
Street.
No, knocks dread off.
Well, it says here, fight knocks eye out. I don't even see a dread. Kimbo Slice street fight. I'm just gonna go with that first one to see.
Kimbo's.
Oh man, I remember these.
It's the original.
Oh, I have to sign in.
Yeah, it's rated R, bro.
No, get out
You
of here.
ever watch the bum fights?
It's rated NC-17.
I remember bum fights. I was never comfortable with those.
Go to the one with he's in the backyard. I watched that one today. That one. Son. Imagine you being the other guy.
This is just unfair.
I remember this.
I mean, I have to imagine that almost everybody secretly wanted to back out. I'd have to imagine that.
You would have fought him for 10 grand?
Well, look, it gets to a point where pride, you have to just go for it. But okay, let's.
Already? I'll go ahead. Boom, bird.
This is the dude's
bird.
eye. He fucks
Finish
his
that.
eye up, I think.
Get already.
Jeez.
You have to hear what he says.
Fuck that, nigga. That's run it. Run it, bird. Fuck that motherfucker. That's all you got, nigga. Come on, hit me. That's all you got. That's all you got, nigga. That's all. Come on. Come on. Finish it, bird. Come on. Finish that shit. Stop playing, nigga. Finish.
And it was just enormous.
Watch the damage.
Finish it. What's up?
Yeah, watch. I think his eyes fucking popped
You
out.
got money on this. Whether you're finishing it or not, it's over.
And now he was doing these a lot.
Game over. You know what I mean? Game over. That's it. What do you mean that's not? Hey, you don't want to call, my nigga.
So, I mean, there's so many of those. I remember this one. I don't know. You guys remember there's this one fight he did.
Punch the kid in the chest.
It was in like a basement. He was fighting a big white guy, and it was just they both stayed on their feet until they were so gassed out. And I don't know. I think Kimbo might have lost that one. I don't know.
Oh, that was like
but it was
against some
brutal.
tall white dude, right?
Yeah, man.
I think
None
that's
of
how
them.
it
Put in
was,
Kimbo slice against tall white guy.
Neither
That
of
was
them
like
were
a
going down.
16-minute fight.
That'll probably come up.
Yeah, that was nuts.
I think that he beat Kimbo. That was the first time Kimbo ever lost.
Nikki wants to make a comment. What's going on, Nikki?
What's up? Alien stuff, right?
Anything.
Anything.
Give us a
Okay,
hypothetical situation.
This was in the news maybe 3 days ago. Something about they're always looking in the pyramids of Egypt, and they think something to do with aliens. Do you guys think that the pyramids of Giza were built by humans or aliens?
Ooh.
My
They're
father.
built by slaves, by humans.
Yeah, but by what
We were
design?
slaves for aliens at that time.
By what design? And also by whose design? And also, more to Nikki's point, I don't know. Obviously somebody's had to have made some kind of commentary on it. But what about the fact that on the other side of the ocean, in another hemisphere that they didn't know even existed yet, similar things were being done in similar ways, similar structures, all that stuff, and similar kind of storytelling. That's always been very fascinating.
What are you talking about? The Aztecs?
Aztec, the ziggurats, all that stuff. All those
Yeah,
types of.
I say it's
And Crazy Bone, right?
inspired.
So
It
aliens
really is.
gave people the idea to build pyramids then?
You know what? I don't know. I think aliens could have put us here as well. You know, this just might be they may be watching their ant farm. You know, they're watching us farming out a little bit, see what's good. Who
Aliens
knows?
came up with Farmville.
Oh, we're definitely being watched.
Yeah, but there's that one video of Dr. Stephen Greer we were watching the other day. It's like 19 minutes long where he's actually talking about how he figured out the whole CE5 meditation that he does, and he does education on. He said he just figured it out himself or something like that, where that type of meditation, and then he says more often than not something will happen. And he was talking about a few things, including the possibility of an alien invasion hoax.
Hoax?
Hoax, because who did he joked about how World War III would be interplanetary or intergalactic. Somebody joked about that.
Ronald Reagan.
I think it was a general or something
What?
like that.
The actor?
Ronald Reagan?
But in either case,
The actor?
that's what he keeps saying. He said that there's a hoax coming,
Never gets old.
and the more
Isn't
people
it
know
on the
about it.
X-Files the government tricks us into thinking that aliens abduct us, but it's really the government. I haven't watched X-Files in a while. Maybe Johnny knows.
I wouldn't be surprised.
And this is slightly off topic, but you mentioned how there's pyramids in other parts of the world. You know that every ancient culture all over the world has some form of dragons.
That is true too.
Norwegian.
They did a lot of. Well, I mean, even like sea dwelling type dragon type things.
Like the Loch Ness monster.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if that's been so much of a dragon as it was like a platypus.
It's a big platypus that eats people.
It's about the size of what a platypus would have been. They were saying it was the one that wasn't extinct.
Oh.
That survived.
The last
Do
dinosaur.
you think they should bring back the woolly mammoth? I think in South Korea they're using cloning techniques, and they want to bring back the woolly mammoth. Do you guys think this is a good idea or bad idea?
I
Go.
mean, why don't we? We have poaching that still goes on in the world at a really saddening degree, and who knows if woolly mammoths can.
What can they do?
I mean, I don't know. If you're going to
Somebody
clone
will just
anything,
shoot it,
let's
turn it into
clone
steak.
some of
Poach his
the
eggs,
elephants we
bro.
already have.
Right. Yeah. I don't know what's the benefit of that. I don't know. I guess they just bring back an extinct animal.
What do
So
they? The
did
thing
it.
about woolly mammoths is
Put it in
that they would need to be in a certain climate that's probably not even around anymore, right?
They're from Siberia. I mean, Siberia's.
Is that where they always were?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, but
Primarily.
they lived in that time. Would there be a different kind of air quality now that they wouldn't be able to live in?
I don't know.
Maybe they can. You change up the DNA for it to survive now.
Should bring dinosaurs back. Fuck woolly mammoth.
Well, that's what I was going to say. You know, if anybody has any kind of scientific knowledge. Oh, actually, you know who might? Is Gadget Doc in the chat room?
From your blood.
Nah, he's not there.
Gadget Doc hooked us up with a
billions,
really
man.
awesome
Tiny marination.
scientist. I think he's a geneticist. You guys remember when we talked to Dr. Michael Nestor on the air?
Oh yeah.
He
a long time
with
Shrinking machines, thinking computers.
he was talking about
Chilean sea bass.
no,
Well, who's hungry?
T-Rex. You a baby T-Rex?
I forget. Shit, raptors. He'd be a guy we'd have to ask.
Wait, wasn't this? When did we have him on?
For a while ago, right?
I'm trying to think of what we talked about that night. It was, I think, stem cell research. Something about stem cells. You remember that? We were.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I remember that
I
conversation.
believe it was stem cells that we were talking about with him. In either case, he would have to know something about the foundation of what would entail in cloning. What I would want to know is, because you know how you say we adapt to the world that we live in and all that shit to the point where we actually start mutating to
Yeah.
incorporate it as the norm. What would we be doing with those mammoths in bringing them back based on the DNA of the animal from a time where the atmosphere was completely different? You know, would you be recreating that animal that would probably have a problem with it? I don't know if that is even a concern for whatever reason. That's why I want to ask somebody.
Let's go back to
It just
cloning.
couldn't.
Would you clone yourself?
If
I was gonna get to that next.
if it means, I don't know.
It's just a clone. It's not your soul coming back. It's just something that's going to look just like you.
Yeah, but
so-
remember those articles that we were talking about with the people that wanted to achieve immortality, and they said that we would be able to get to a point where we can transplant into new bodies and put everything into new bodies.
I mean, do you believe in a soul, first of all?
So what if you can clone yourself so you can always go, especially if you like the body you had or something like that, the identity you had, you just keep, every 25 years you just make a new you just to put on ice.
There'd be a bunch of Franks walking
Oh, I
around.
just
Hey
keep
now, hey
yourself
now,
to
hey
your
now.
body.
Yeah, just a whole other body.
Okay,
It's all part of the
yeah, I
miracle
would
of
do
cloning.
that.
Would you spill your consciousness into another body
Yeah,
at the
if it's
end
better
of this
than
one's
one.
expiration? Would you do that?
That'd be interesting.
If it's another you,
You could live forever.
like if you could build that clone and there was actually a technique to spill your consciousness, your memories, everything.
You would have to fuck the other
Just-
clone to spill your consciousness inside them. So before you knew you were dying, come over here, fuck me.
Go fuck yourself, literally.
Pretty
Hey.
much, yeah. There you go.
And if you want an example of the hypothetical situations we used to ask ourselves back in the day, you remember the first topic we brought up, and it came up a couple of times, was if we were to go back in time 5 minutes and go down on yourself from 5 minutes ago, is that gay? And if it is gay, then why are hand jobs that we give ourselves not gay? It's the same person.
But it brings you back to cloning, though. What if you cloned yourself just so you could suck your own dick?
Because it's two people. That's why it's gay.
That's a little weird. That's a little weird because you're creating a separate other person just to exist. Okay, I'm talking about just going back in time and dealing with one person, yourself.
Oh my god. That's good.
Because that's not a clone, it's not you, it's a twin.
I think once it becomes two people, that's when it becomes awkward.
Exactly, because it's a twin then. Then
Right.
you're sucking your brother off.
Right.
Yeah.
There's
All right.
there's that implication. But even if it's
here-
yourself,
Okay, well, what about this, though? What about this? What if we each clones each other in this room and watch them do gay sex in the middle of the room? Does that make us gay?
Wait.
depends,
You
yeah.
want
Watch them do gay
you want
sex.
Gypsy, yourself, myself, Matt, and Anthony to clone
Everybody
themselves.
would be in the middle of the room having sex.
Only our
Oh,
If we were
clone.
watching, would that consider us gay?
We were watching our suddenly
I wouldn't be able to
completely
watch that.
Yeah.
gay clones.
Yeah.
No, that's horrifying.
I'd share that on
That's a
Facebook.
bad dream.
And how can you clone people but be completely different? I mean, why do we? How
I
do
would
we?
care about
control them,
myself.
but
I
you
wouldn't
can
want
control them,
myself
tell
to
them
do
what
that.
Right, but how? Okay, so then they're not.
It wouldn't be your
Suit
soul.
yourself,
Only
huh?
one of them would be you.
That's weird. How we convince them to be gay
I think we're going back to the old school days where we talk about all that shit.
with each other, no less. Hey, you know what? But that's the beauty of hypothetical situations. You can go anywhere. So, Nikki, thank you for the call.
Sure thing.
Great call, guys.
Thank you, Nikki.
Follow Nikki's example. That was
There's
a
a lot of
fantastic
people in the
call.
room. A lot of people that can call in.
Just come on, Jesus
Call
Christ.
up. You don't have to show your face. Just show your voice.
Just make sure your tops are off.
From now on,
From now on, make sure your tops are off. Tits hanging out. Dicks hanging out. I don't give a shit.
Tits and dicks hanging out.
wait a second.
Tits with tits and
That's a. I was told a joke. I hope I can recreate it. You want me to try to tell it?
Yeah, tell it.
Yeah,
I could fuck it up and then I'm gonna have to bail. But whatever.
that's okay.
Don't worry, we won't castrate you. Not yet.
So this guy, he owns a jazz club, and he's looking for musicians. And he was trying out. He was giving pianists a chance to come in and show them what he got and whatever, and hopefully they can land them a gig. This one guy comes in, and he's brilliant, and he starts playing this piece. And it's one of the most stunning things that the club owner ever heard. And he goes, "Oh my gosh, what was that?" And he says, "Your grandmother's tits are hanging off her stomach and it's dragging along the floor." And the club owner goes, "Oh, okay." And he goes, "Do you have another one you can play?" And he goes, "Yeah, go ahead." Goes and he rips off something that was even better than the first one. And when the club owner says, "What was that?" And he says, "Oh, that was my grandson's a cocksucking motherfucker." Blah 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 blah. Starts terrible. There's something wrong with the man. The club owner knows that right now. He goes, "Okay, there's something wrong here." But this is the most brilliant musician I've ever heard in my life. So he says, "Okay, listen, I'm going to give you a shot. You're going to have a gig on this night at this time, but here's the one condition. Under no condition or circumstance do you talk to anybody in the club. Just play. Don't talk to anybody." And he goes, "Okay, no problem." So he's there. He's entertaining everybody and whatever. And he goes to the bathroom. And on the way out of the bathroom, the guy says, he comes and brushes shoulder with a patron. The patron looks around at him, and he goes, "Hey, mister, do you know that your fly's open and your cock is hanging out?" And he goes, "No, I wrote it."
That's good. That's good.
It made me chuckle. I liked it.
He's a little rusty. But it'll come back to me.
That is good.
Know it, I wrote it. We should start naming songs stuff like that.
Titty fuck bar.
Titty fuck the world. All right, so what else do we have here?
Titty fuck bar. That's pretty good.
Did you guys talk about the tramps?
Oh. Listen to this. Great thing here we got.
Tramping it.
Tramps against Trump. Listen to this. Hold on, I gotta put this down. Tramps against Trump will send you nude pics if you vote against Trump. In most election cycles, you'll pretty much never get candidates to bare their souls, but in this election cycle, you'll get other people to bare their well selves, all in the name of voting against one candidate. Tramps against Trump promises to send nude pics to anyone who votes against Donald Trump, rocking the vote in its own special way. The group's inspiration comes from Canada, where Sluts Against Harper traded nude photos for votes against candidate Stephen Harper. Tramps Against Trump is running basically the same campaign, hoping boob and dick pics are enough to steal Donald Trump's thunder. Okay, so how do you get your nude exchange for the vote? Well, apparently you just have to take a picture of yourself and your voter receipt for I voted, and then send it to the group via email, Tumblr, or Snapchat. You don't even have to show who you're voting for. The group makes it clear that it doesn't care who you vote for as long as you're against Trump. So obviously there's a collective IQ of about 47 amongst everybody in the organization. It's not really well thought out. It's really just a testament of why candidates like Trump exist.
It's a college prank. It's like.
I believe in its sincerity 100%, but it's just another one of those things where this is why I exist. There are really fucked up, loopy things going on with people these days, and there's a lot we need to talk about. A lot of things that we used to not put up with. Lots of behavior we used to not put up with, just on account of having standards. That, and not to like put judgment on people, but just to. There's a way to get points across. The way people are getting points across is obscene.
It's so sophomoric. I mean, to say I'm going to show you my tits just so you don't vote for someone. Just so you. I mean, that's it's almost like when you watched like Saved by the Bell, and they're like, you know, they need to like get the car washed to raise the money to fix the car, their dad's car that they fucked up. Or something. Let's just think of some kooky scheme to make it work, and at the end, it's all gonna work. Like,
yeah,
they just sat around, smoked a joint, and
they only
decided
did
to do
that.
this.
They only did that because they knew that it was going to get attention.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just another way to get attention. That's the other, that's the big thing that bothers me about people who make Donald Trump jokes. Is that it's just a way to get attention, and that's why I don't like seeing it. I can see right through every bit that people make about him, every comment. It's like, oh, you're supposed to be like, it's cheap to me because it's like you're not even, you're doing something that you know a lot of people are going to agree with and laugh at just because they know, oh, okay, this person's cool. He's on the cool side. He's against Trump.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Like,
it's
please,
100. Yep, it's
such
undeniable. It's undeniable. You know why it's so because it's not hard anymore. I used to think, wow, you know, human beings. There are some people that are very interesting, and you come across interesting people all the time, and they're usually the most quiet. And, and they're usually the ones that you need to nurture a little bit of a, you know, there has to be a growth there, and all of a sudden you start, but you know there's something there. You know, really sage-like characters in your life that just speak clearly but don't say too much. and they're always calm. But everybody else, I mean, you can see that when those people are in front of you, you see them. Everybody else, the human being is not as complex as I once thought. They're not. Absolutely not.
And there aren't as special people, as smart people, nice people. I used to think everyone was nice. I used to think, everyone, there was a certain level of, everyone was born the same as far as, I don't know, just kind of a moral code.
Potential to be nice.
And it's not, huh?
Like there's good in everybody.
Yeah, and it's just not true. Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
No, because it really is depending on where you grew up, how you grew up, who you were around.
So many
factors. It's like
I myself have caught myself about to post something about Trump, and not even like a low shot or anything like, oh, I got him, but just an observation.
Well, at first you were liking him, Gypsy. You were open about that. You were liking what
it wasn't. Yeah, yes. I'm not going to say I was that there was a moment that I didn't like him, but it was more so he was the anti-politician. But then it just became realizing that he was trolling everyone, and that he's going to win, or at least come extremely close to winning.
I don't think he's trolling, though. But I think that he was never trolling, though. I think he was just doing it the best way he knows how, and he's never been anything less than bombastic.
True. I mean, I think it comes off as trolling. I mean, for him to say, the big, and when I say big story, just because now a tweet can be a big story, was when he was chastising Obama for saying America has all these great Muslim athletes, and then Trump was like, who is he talking about? And then obviously when Muhammad Ali passed away, Trump was like, oh, shout out to Muhammad Ali, whatever, or condolences, and how that how could Donald Trump not be aware of Muslim athletes within the United States?
To be honest, Gypsy,
yeah.
And I know this is totally anecdotal, but as you said that with the Muslim athletes,
yeah,
I totally blanked on Muhammad Ali just because
because Muslims are trigger word.
Well, I blanked on him only because even though I know that is part of his history and his story,
right.
I completely disconnect him from Islam. I've never seen him pray or anything like that. So I know, but I haven't been exposed to it.
But I don't think Muhammad Ali, even though he may have, even though he has that as a part of him and stuff, he's still like an iconic, like American.
He absolutely, but athlete. He's the embodiment of, complex nature of being, an American. You can look like you're from one country, you can pray to a God from another country, and still be an American. But then when you have, these issues in America, you are now in that cube of, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Mike Tyson. We could Google. I'm sure there's a list of 100 athletes.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yeah, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yeah, but see, that's the other thing. Mike Tyson, he can.
I'm with you.
There was so much of Tyson before Islam.
His conversion. No, I got
that. Guys like him, he slips under the. I just forget about him too. So they're there right off the bat. I forgot about Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
But just going back to Trump, it's like, you've taken pictures with Muhammad Ali. You know who Muhammad, and his story is not unique. I mean, people. I mean, not that people. His story is very well known as far as him, changing his name from Cassius Clay to Muhammad Ali. I mean, he hung out with Malcolm X, who is considered a rebel in this country. This is what I was gonna post, but I didn't. I find it funny. The definition of irony in America at this very moment is that the greatest of all time in American history is a Muslim. Yeah. That is the hypocrisy, or whatever the hypocrisy of this country.
Some people don't believe that he was the greatest of all time, although he was one of the greatest.
He was the greatest of all time, not for boxing. He was the greatest of all time to me and to a lot of other people, is because he was an outspoken character in the media when you weren't supposed to be outspoken, and he changed the game. I mean, you're supposed to be humble when you're an athlete. You're supposed to win and be quiet and train and win and not. And he told you, I'm the best. I'm gonna beat you. and there's nothing you can do about it. People just didn't do that. He was an amazing, inspirational figure of just, you can do anything you want. No one can tell you no. And if you believe it, you can do it. That's why he's the greatest, not because of his. And he just, one of his great lines was, he said, "I'm the greatest golfer of all time. I just haven't played yet." You know what I mean? It's like I'm the greatest not because of what I do; it's because of who I am.
Yeah.
That's the message of Muhammad Ali.
What about Muggsy Bogues?
Well, he just shows Mike May that he can fly.
Hey, I remember the Muhammad Ali episode of the Dean Martin roast being really funny. Wasn't he roasted one night? He was at least on the panel one night. So was he roasted?
I don't know. I didn't see it.
Toasted, roasted.
Talking about Muhammad Ali and coming up in a time when, being a voice, a controversial voice in a very formative decade or so in American history. And, looking at this one article I have over here that I stumbled back upon, I had checked it off 2 years ago. 72 types of Americans that are considered potential terrorists in official government documents.
He was probably one of them, right?
Well, this is 72 types of types of people, not actual people.
Okay.
But he was definitely on lists.
Oh, for
Had to
sure.
have been.
For sure. You hanging out with Malcolm X in the 60s?
Yeah.
Gotta be kidding
Had to have
me. Draft dodging and not going to the war? You better believe it, he was.
100%. I mean, we know we just recently heard about the file that the FBI had on George Carlin.
Yeah. There you go.
Just because he talked about stuff. So who the hell knows? We know that the Pentagon has acknowledged the broadcasting that we do.
If they're following us, they're definitely
They've requested we had some
I remember that.
Please.
They act nicely though.
Yeah, it was diplomatic.
First time it's nice.
It was sent through a friend.
The first time is always nice.
Yeah.
Second time they come here and they arrest you and they get into a little room with feathers in it.
They wanted all of the episodes of Alex Blitz's calling in, dating all the way back to the 2012 election coverage, deleted. So I had to do Google searches that day, multiple Google searches.
Were you nervous?
I wasn't nervous. I just did it quickly, though.
Yeah. Okay.
I wasn't nervous. I mean, whatever. They sent this.
That would have.
He was just exchanging personal opinions on. There was episodes.
Don't say it, otherwise you'll have to delete this episode.
Well,
I'm just kidding.
Personal opinions on world history in regions like Korea, and about his time in Afghanistan and Iraq, and just what he knows about the regions and how he personally sees certain types of conflicts shaking out and alliances and long-time hatreds, and he would put storylines together for us to help us understand what's going on.
He really put things in context.
He did. That's why all those calls with Alex Plitzis. I mean, this is the type of stuff you wish you can hear somebody say on the television.
Right.
Someone who talks from experience, who is, center right, more so leaning toward libertarian as far as his conservative views, but very socially liberal. He has nothing really tagging
Coolest
him
guy
down.
in the world.
Seriously is. But he's applying his operational knowledge that he can, because he doesn't step over the top secret line. He's had many clearances, and but he applies what he can. He winks when he has to, and it's just a great, clear, concise conversation. And you usually get more information than you ask for. It was amazing. So, but those are gone now, and fine, we can make more.
You can always have Brad find them for us again.
I should get Brad to call in.
He's not allowed to. Is Alex allowed to come on shows anymore or no?
Yeah, he called into our show, into my show last night, and that was like impromptu to answer a question about 9/11.
Oh, what'd he say?
I asked him about why is it after all these years? Because there's an article that just came out that people are saying the Obama administration is now helping cover up or helping conceal or get rid of evidence, audio evidence from Flight 93 hasn't been heard in some kind of a Gitmo trial. You know, evidence that actually has the proof of the murders, the attempt to take over the cockpit, all that stuff. And in either case, I think this is suppression of evidence. And Frankie Castle in the chat room had asked, what does it matter at this point? You know, why can't we hear it? How would that ever damage something? Why are you withholding this? So I got Alex on the phone to ask him about that, and he said, you know, pretty much probably
it's you trust in your country though. That's the damage. It's too soon. Still too soon.
He thinks it could be just because out of respect for the families, because there's more than enough to convict them without it, or something like that. I don't know. But the other thing that I asked him was about the 3 frames of footage that we got at the Pentagon. After all these years, the only evidence we have of impact into that building is the 3 frames of security camera footage, which he chalked up to there being not a lot of cameras around, a very open space. It's federal. You have to listen to it because
Plitzis, you're saying?
Yeah.
Does he feel that there was a plane that went into the Pentagon? He
told me, Matt was there. You heard that story. And what did he tell us? It was his Green Beret friend. He had like a.
I don't really remember that well.
Jeez, dude, that was a great story.
You're ruining the story, back.
Well, in either case, he said that he had a friend that worked there with him at the time. That was a Green Beret, like a commanding officer in Green Berets, and he had the plane come right over his head to the point where I think he was treated for burns. Okay. That he knew that it was a plane before Rumsfeld did. Rumsfeld actually thought it was a missile.
Okay.
You have to get into his face.
What's that?
You have to get into his face, into Rumsfeld's face, and point him like get his finger on his chest and say, "No, that was a fucking plane that flew into the Pentagon."
That's right. That's what he said. Johnny was listening to that exchange. He said his Green Beret friend actually got into Donald Rumsfeld's face when he suspected it was a missile and said absolutely not. Now, for all the doubters out there that look at the impact on the side of the building and they do all the matchups with the class of plane it was, it still seems a little fishy as to whether it was at least that plane.
Right.
I don't know. If it was a plane, if somebody knows definitively a plane flew over my head, it doesn't look like it was the plane of the size it says it was.
Right. I don't see any seats. I don't see any wings. I don't see a fuselage.
Well, the other thing is this.
I don't know.
Johnny, you ever look at what do you think about Flight 93? Flight 93 is always very weird to me. You guys have
that the one in Pennsylvania?
The Pennsylvania one?
Yeah.
Or the one that landed in the field?
That's the one that they're trying to suppress the evidence of.
Okay.
No one ever hears anything about it. We didn't hear anything about it back then. We didn't ask any questions back then either. No. It was just one of those things that was like, oh, it went down in Pennsylvania. Isn't that the one where the actual passengers took the plane down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they took the plane back.
Right.
But it still went down.
Goes, yeah.
Yeah, but the impact zone, it looked like a skid mark on underpants.
And that was
like
that
nothing.
was headed for where?
Shit stain.
The White
I
House.
think White House.
Yeah.
That's right.
I believe that's correct.
That's right.
What do I think about it? I think there's not much to think until why can't we hear that audio? Because of someone's feelings, and I understand and I can respect that, but there comes a point when there's something that big in American history where that needs, and I understand there's like the too soon thing. I mean, that was 2001. We're now in 2016. You know, the suppression leads to questions, and it fuels the fire of the distrust in the whole idea of the story.
Yeah, and the other thing is...
It just adds fuel to the fire.
And the other thing is this. We cannot... It can't be a fact that they think that we can't handle it. It can't be... They can't sell us the emotional
But
thing.
it's just a general distress, because I think that, like, okay, even with Kennedy, right? And again, because of the power of social media and everyone being connected, you know, Kennedy, you know, it's been, 40 years, and now it's pretty much a general consensus that, you know, the government killed him. For the most part. People don't think it was Oswald for the most part, I feel. But I think that generation of people our parents and so on and so forth. Like, they're not going to do anything. Like, people in control aren't worried about them.
But they also had a
uprising.
very, very, very poor network for getting collecting and learning new information.
Agreed.
I mean, the information. All this stuff happened in the information age.
Right, and I think it's still fresh in our mind. Like, if it just came out tomorrow that the government was in on it, was an inside job tomorrow, I think it would start a ripple. I don't think it would be that moment, chaos in the streets, but I think it would empower a lot of people that they don't want to empower. That already, it would give credence to conspiracy theorists. That's what it would do, and I don't think they want to do that.
Donald Trump then is someone to be very, very interested in, because he has still, even recently, been cozy with Infowars and Alex Jones,
right?
And he has been
Has he been on Alex Jones like in the past year?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
and he's alluded when he sits there and says, "We're going to release the documents about 9/11. Maybe it's about the Saudis," and it's just like, what?
What else?
Because and we know that there's that Saudi Arabia connection, and that it's a little bit fuzzy in there. But it's like he's saying that running as president of the country, like that's pretty insane when you think about it.
Totally,
yeah.
it
But
is.
the thing about Donald Trump is that the hate train is been going for so long with him, and so hard, it's moving so fast that there's no way. Where is it going with this?
There's no way people are going to ever warm to him.
Yeah, there's just no way that it doesn't matter. Even if he makes good, like, a good point, you think, like, most people, would be afraid to even admit that they would like certain things that he'd say.
That's true.
They would even at this point,
That's why I say a lot of people are going to silently vote for him.
Oh yeah,
a lot of people are going to silently vote for him.
They definitely
I'd agree with that. Yeah,
because and people from all demographics Hillary Clinton is sounding possessed recently. She is like Palpatine. She is getting what she wants, man. Seriously, she is Palpatine recently.
She's going to mutate in a moment.
Well, that's just the thing, though. I mean, it's obvious, and you can just see it. I mean, it's clear as day that if it was Hillary and Trump, you're going to have somebody who's anti-establishment and someone who's establishment.
Well,
if you want to draw the dichotomy that way, but Trump has been not a politician, but he is a wealthy man that is on the other side of the politicians, handing them the cash. I mean, we talk about cronyism and lobbying and how corrupt it is, just by its very basis, and that's what Trump is. And now all of a sudden, since he runs for office, he is anti-establishment. I mean, I think it's a little, people tend to get a little disingenuous with that idea that he isn't like one of them, because I think politicians and the super rich like him are in the same class of people at some point.
Yeah,
right. He probably is just like them.
Well, the other thing is this. I'm sure that Donald Trump has some doozies that he can drop about Hillary Clinton. But the thing is, the more you drop on these people, I mean, they're also holding themselves in balance. I mean, they're going to go after each other, but they're not going to say anything that's going to incriminate them. They'll become character witnesses against somebody, but they're not going to drop any legal bombs on each other. They may have some of their news surrogates do it for them on the low, and then denounce it afterwards just to save face. But they're not. They're going to hold themselves in check. They're going to be like couplers,
I don't know. Trump might play dirty. I mean, that's a great strategy that he does. I mean, he likes to leak stuff to news organizations that obviously care to him, and he can just say, "Oh, I didn't say that." I mean, he literally goes on stage and says, "I heard that so and so, they believe this. They believe this about so and so, but I don't believe that." But once you say that most people believe it, you're already co-signing it. I mean, he is a master at what is it? Neurolinguistics and NPL.
NLP.
Yeah, he's a master.
I believe it.
And he keeps repeating himself.
But here's the other thing,
So
though.
good.
Let's also to really realize the brilliance of this. Let's think about this. This is a man who has been in, and I think still has stake in hundreds of companies, or has been in, what's the total, Johnny? 515 businesses he's had stake in?
I believe that's correct. It's right around there.
4 bankruptcies, correct?
Something like that.
So he is in the business where growth really happens, where you take risks. 4 bankruptcies, whatever. It just shows you how his hands get dirty. Now, 515 companies, whether or not he is making decisions there, this is a man who has been able to wheel and deal, sit in the same boardrooms with some of the most powerful people on the planet and not break a sweat and actually deal to them. He is a very bright, cunning, smart, intelligent person. What he's actually showing us with this, almost like speaking in shorthand, as Michael Savage has said before.
It's not the same person.
It's
around
not
around that conference room.
He really is like a mama bird who knows exactly how to feed people, but get them to at least a feeling of what he knows in depth. And now, a lot of things he says is off the cuff, and he makes himself sound like a jackhole. And of course, the way that he presents himself, what might be a noble idea in there somewhere, maybe, is presented in the most unappealing way possible.
The blacks, the African Americans, they love me. They love me. Dude,
but you know what he means,
I know exactly what he means. And also what I could see, folks on my timeline, their heads were exploding, and I was laughing at both sides.
It's unbelievable.
He reminds me of Michael Scott
They
sometimes.
love me. They love me. They just don't turn the cameras on the crowd. The African American, he punched the KKK guy in the face, but all they show was the KKK guys at my rally. They love me.
But now listen. I know what he means by that. I know that he's just doesn't. Dude, this is a guy that I have listened to, especially me anecdotally, I can tell you, from my personal standpoint, and any Howard Stern fan out there. When you hear Donald Trump speaking right now, I know any black Howard Stern fan cannot be taking offense to any of this. Right. He knows that he's down with whatever.
Right.
I mean, he allowed the first transgender contestant in Miss Universe or whatever.
Really care.
He doesn't care.
He doesn't care.
He doesn't care.
Yeah, he's so in. Yeah.
So anybody that's getting pissed off at this right now is really just doing it because they feel it's obligatory.
Right.
I really do think that there is an obligatory side to it. They may think it's in bad taste. Yeah.
Yeah.
They may think it's in bad taste as well, but dwarfed to feeling obliged to blow up.
Agreed.
Much obliged.
People love to hate him. They love to put up like the next post about him and all that stuff. So I mean, they'll use anything. And but the big thing is he keeps. He doesn't, he made that comment about the Mexicans and the border and all that stuff and the wall and all that stuff, but he'd never really, if you really think about it, he said it that one time.
Right.
And then he's talked about putting up a wall a bunch of times.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
He said that Mexicans are bringing in rapists and all that stuff. And then from there on in, he was a racist.
Right.
Period. That's it. And that's all he said.
And now watch as that gets erased.
That's all he said, but that had to do with anything with. Then of course the whole Muslim thing,
right?
But the thing that's but then it goes. You go all this time where people keep feeding into this projection they have of him, and that he's a racist. He's a racist to keep riling themselves up because he's not giving them a lot more material that has to do with that.
Right.
Then he goes and says something that makes a comment about this Mexican judge. You heard about this?
Yeah, no, absolutely. He's saying that the judge can't do her job because she's of Mexican descent.
See,
and I'm building a wall, so of course she, And I was listening to him with Jack Tapper, and I saw both sides. I was laughing because I was like, there are judges that can't do their job.
Let me tell you
something. There just are.
Dude, I'm telling you this. And that's another thing.
And
when
he
he
is
says
so strong towards Trump.
Exactly, but when you look at the way he said it, it's like, this was not a flowery way of speaking.
Yeah.
But at the same time, this is what you would get into a conversation with.
It's real talk.
This is real talk on the streets of New York.
Yeah.
That's
exactly it.
There's no offense.
This is exactly what it is.
This is just the crayons we use over here.
Yep.
We use these types of crayons. This is how we color the picture in. It says nothing about hatred. No. This is how we color it in. And he's saying shit. Now, tell me something. think about what we're seeing on the streets now. In California, you see American flags being burned, Mexican flags being waved, signs being held, make California Mexico again.
Okay.
People who are in the United States but saying clearly, we're not American,
Right.
and we're proud of it,
Right.
and we're waving our flag. It's if you think of it, immigration without assimilation is invasion. It really is an invasion.
No,
But
it is. And the funny
in that
thing
sense.
is, the people that aren't Mexican that are supporting shit like this, well, where do you think you're going to go?
But what I'm saying, you see all that going on. It's relevant right now. So you see the flag waving, the flag burning. You see what's relevant in the news. You see what's relevant when it comes to Donald Trump.
Right.
And just so happens that this Trump University thing is being seen over by a man who has ties to La Raza. You know, so not only is he of Mexican descent, and as a Mexican judge, you'd have to feel the connection to this, knowing what's relevant.
He's gonna go. He's got to go home sometime.
Knowing what's relevant, he's got to go home sometime. And if you're a guy, you can't say that he's not looking at this through the lens of race.
He has.
You can't say it. Not with what's relevant. There is all the legitimacy in the world for the petition to be made for this judge to recuse himself.
I would agree.
He's not saying it in a nice way, though.
I know, it sounds horrible.
And you know what?
Because Tapper would
Fuck
just
it.
ask him, he said, are you saying that this man can't do his job simply based on his race? But he would say yes, but in a kind of forked tongue kind of way, where he would say, well, if I'm thinking, if I can't get, because he's like, I'm taking this case to all the lawyers that I know, and all the lawyers that I bring this case to, they're saying, oh, any other judge would just throw this out, or it's laughable at best. But now I got a judge who's blocking me. I got to think, why would this judge try and stop me? I'm building a wall in Mexico. And then Tapper would say, yeah, but he's not from Mexico. And I'm like, yes, Tapper, but he's of Mexican descent. So of course he has ties to fucking Mexico, you idiot. So yes.
Yes.
Why?
Yeah, if it was an Italian thing,
That's what I'm saying. Any other.
you know,
Any other.
Antonin Scalia was an Italian lawyer,
Right.
Italian judge. You don't think that? I mean,
But there aren't a lot of divisive matters in the country regarding Italian Americans. They're just
not anymore.
not anymore.
Not anymore. But
Yeah,
this thing, like
likewise with Irish Americans.
seriously, Italians and Irish. I mean, what the growing pains of the Hispanic population right now, the looking around bewildered, not
Right.
knowing a lick of English, all
Right.
that stuff. I mean, our ancestors kicked it into gear a little quicker. Let's
Right.
be honest.
I hear you.
Way quicker.
Mine too.
But you know,
I'll tell you, maybe you guys should do it because I know you did that Cult of Personality cover.
oh wait a second.
It has to be redone for Donald Trump when he's our president.
No, that'd be great.
Oh, I forgot about that.
That'd be great.
There needs to be a Donald Trump verse, like
but-
like Joseph Stalin, Mussolini, Donald Trump, like.
That wouldn't.
Now here's something interesting though that I was going to bring up on quite frankly tonight, but didn't have time. Since this is the tail end of the last conversation, talking about building walls and all that stuff, here is H.R. 6061, the 109th Congress. Okay. The Secure Fence Act of 2006. Now, this was appropriations to build I forgot how many layer fence and actually start defining and beefing of the border. There was Border Patrol appropriations sent out there. Obviously, that has stopped, and we've gone the complete polar opposite of that. But voting yes for the Secure Fence Act of 2016, Senator Barack Obama and Senator Hillary Clinton. Senator Sanders was not in yet. This is September of 2006, and he won, I think, that November. It would have to be because he's in the middle of his second term right now.
He was probably collecting unemployment in between.
Seriously, yeah. Running on the independent party, even though he's been a dependent his whole life. I saw that point made today. That's great. All right, well, that's it from that. We'll see what the things are, but 72 types of Americans. We'll do that some other time. What else, guys?
I'm feeling.
I'm just
besieged.
looking for the Zen Live clone orgy.
I don't know. I need to eat. I'm about to pass out.
Me too. Oh, it's 10:03. All right, well,
You going,
Johnny.
you going to the diner?
I don't think so. Not tonight.
I didn't know you
I
ate
haven't seen
anywhere
that
else.
bar come up in a long time.
Maybe soon. Maybe soon when I stop hallucinating a heart attack coming on.
I haven't seen that CPU usage bar come up in a long time.
Hallucinating a heart attack.
Yeah, I've been
Yeah,
hallucinating a heart attack.
That's not. Is that a sober thing?
No, probably not. But in either
Okay.
case.
I mean, I just, you know.
No, it was like, you know how every once in a while you get one of those tingly rushes from your chest to your fingertips, and you go, uh-oh, well, that's the end. That's it.
Like the SNL skit where the Bears.
It's
and,
all.
Oh, just having a heart attack. That
I
makes
got
the
a
bacon
Polish
dozen.
sausage lodged in the lining of my heart. All right. Thank you so much for the call, Johnny. I've already been abandoned in here, as you can see.
Wow.
They all
Up and gone.
just left. But you are the man, and thank you, Nikki, for calling in tonight as well. You're the best, dude. Talk to you soon. All right, guys and gals, time to depart. 10:05. We'll see you guys tomorrow. No, not tomorrow night. Tomorrow night is Game 1 of the playoffs for CYP. I will see you Thursday night, 7 o'clock. Okay? So, and the rest of the guys will see you Thursday at 9 o'clock. We'll miss you. We all do.